Good morning, students. Yesterday I was explaining to you of this lesson, the modern millennium. Okay, and we have given you the introduction and the explanation of the lesson is reached to the half of it. Okay, I hope you have understood little bit. It's quite a complicated story because everybody enters. Okay, and how he becomes a, let's see how he becomes a millionaire. Okay, this is a big question there. Okay, you know that in the beginning he had a tea shop, wine shop, then later he had to give up everything and he used to live with this $200 which his aunt had given, and suddenly he goes to his friend's house, to the Trevor, who was a painter. Okay, his father was a painter. He sees the one painting, no, the old man. One hand there is a stick, in one hand there is a hat, wedding hat. Okay, and he likes that picture so much and asks him how much you can sell for it, and this is what the discussion is going on. Let's see what happens. Okay, at last he feels the whole authority over this sovereignty, sovereign, and he hands over the whole authority to him, that is not to them, and he says, let me grant this picture. Okay, let's see what happens in the further. He says, the old man jumped and faint smile crossed his lips. Okay, and suddenly he jumps. Okay, and he was ready to give him a small smile. He says, thank you, sir. He said, thank you. Okay, then Trevor arrived and you said goodbye and left feeling a little shy, silly at what he had done. And something gratitude towards this old man, this poor man. He has shown that gratitude towards him, and he feels little shy and he leaves the place. That night we went to the Palette Club at about 11 o'clock. The same evening, in the late night at 11 o'clock, he goes to the club. Okay, he feeling and found Trevor having a drink by himself. Trevor was alone, sitting there and having his drinks. Okay. Well, Alan, did you get the picture finished all right? Okay, Alan, his name, Trevor, his father, Alan Trevor. Okay, he asked him, did you finish the picture which you are painting? He asked, and he lit a cigarette, and asking, he lit a cigarette. Okay, finished and framed, my boy, answered Trevor. And you might like to know that the old model you saw like you very much. Okay, and I know that you like this so much, so that you are interested in asking this, did you finish or no? Okay, I had to tell him about you, what you are, where are you live, how much you earn, and this is the questions. And the fourth question was, what you are going to do in the future. Who are you, where you live, how much you earn, and in the future what you are going to do. These are the questions about the life. My dear Alan, cried Hughes. Okay, after asking this, what you are going to do in the future, because he was idling himself, doing nothing, no work. Okay, because he tried many things, but he was not seen the success in his life. His dream, want to be a millionaire. So, not to just to survive, that is his idea. So that he gives up everything. And let's see what happens. I shall probably find him at home, waiting for me. But of course, you are only joking. And he says, you are not serious about the things, just you are joking about the things. Poor old thing. I wish I could do something for him. And he says, a poor thing you are. Okay, I have to do something for you. Let's see what you want to do. Okay, I think it is dreadful that anyone should be so miserable. It is so miserable, so difficult life which you are going through. It is unbearable of your life. I have got heaps of old clothes at home. Do you think he would like any of them? Why, his rags were falling to bits. And what he does? See here. huh? I have a heap of clothes, huh? ರಾಶಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆಗಳ ರಾಶಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ, ಹಳೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಅದೇನು. You want any of them, he doesn't want to give them a new, something idea is here. Okay, but he looks so wonderful in them, said Trevor. And but even it is old, you look so wonderful in it. I wouldn't paint him in a good suit for anything. However, I tell him for your offer, and now tell me, how is Laura? The old model was quite interested in her. See? And he asked, you know that this boy was in love with this Laura, and this friend asked him, how is she? Okay, but he looks so wonderful. Okay, you don't mean to say you talk to him about her too? Cried Hughes. You don't you think that you are speaking about Laura? And he started crying. Certainly I did. He knows all about the colonel, the lovely Laura, and the 10,000 pounds. And what he says, why he cries, do you know? That the father of Laura told him, unless you earn by yourself the $1,000 per month, okay, I cannot give my daughter to you, because he is worth of, because he wanted to make him to, he is not bothered about that, he is not, that's a good boy, he is a good boy, he knows. So what is the problem? That he have to earn by himself. There is a problem here, no? Parents wanted to get married, make a marriage to his son or a daughter, without they standing on their own feet. That is the problem. But see, this father, he was thinking that girl to give him a marriage, but condition that he have to earn by himself $1,000. Okay, let's see. Now comes the surprise for him. You told that old beggar all about me? Cried you, looking very red and angry. Old beggar is like me? Yeah, I am a beggar. And his eyes are getting red with anger, and he cries. Okay. My dear boy, said Trevor, smiling, the old beggar, as you call him, is one of the richest men in Europe. See, you think this is the old picture was portrayed, that man. Who do you think that man is? Is one of the richest man in Europe. He could buy all London tomorrow and never miss the money. So much rich he is, he can buy London, whole London, by tomorrow itself. No need to wait for it, because there is the money in his hand. So rich he is. Okay, he could. Okay, he has a house in every capital city, eats of gold plates, and can prevent Russia going to war when he chooses. See how much authority he has. He eats in the gold plates. Okay, and he has the house in every capital. Okay, capital in India, he is the richest man in every capital. In capital of Tamil Nadu, Madras, capital of Karnataka, Bangalore, capital of Andhra, Hyderabad. In like this, in every capital he has one house. Imagine how rich he is. Okay. And he says, what on earth do you mean? Exclaimed Hughes. Is it on earth? He says, what I say, said Trevor. The old man you saw today was Baron Hausberg. Who's that old man? His name is Baron Hansberg. He is a great friend of mine. Buys all my picture and that sort of thing. He asked me a month ago to paint him as a beggar. And this is the man. He buys all the paintings. Now he requested me last month, paint me as a beggar. Okay, that is what he wanted. And since he is paying, well, I could not refuse. Since he is paying me for this amount, I could not refuse him to do this. And I must say, I think he made a splendid model. Okay, and I would to say that he has done the wonderful model from there. Okay, Baron Hausberg, cried Hugh, Good heavens! I gave him a sovereign. I gave him the authority. Gave him a sovereign, shouted Trevor, and he burst into a roar of laughter. Huh? He was crying. Now he says, roar of a laughter with a loud voice, like a lion roaring. With a lion voice, he was laughing now. Let's see. I think you might have told me, Alan said Hughes crossly, and not tell me make such a fool of myself. Don't make me a fool. Don't make myself also to be fooled. Okay. Well, to begin with, you said Trevor, I did not think that you went around giving away your money in that way. And really, when you came in, I did not know if the husband would like his name mentioned. Okay. And I don't think, okay, he was my good friend. No, he buys all my paintings. I don't think he would like to take his name and in advantage. What is the duffer he must think me? Said Hughes. What is the duffer? What is the nonsense he thinks of me? Not at all. He always very happy after you left. Okay, when you left the house, and he was always happy. He kept laughing to himself and rubbing his head, old hands together. I couldn't understand why he was so interested in you at the time. But I say it all now. He will invest your sovereign for you, the sovereign, the power, authority which you had, that he will use it now. Okay. What is the sovereign is used the meaning here. A gold coin worth 1 stellar. Okay, the gold coin which he has having, the sovereign, was handovering to the who? To the millionaire, the rich man, to the Baron Hertzberg. Let's see what happens. Okay, he will invest your gold coin for you and pay you the interest every 6 months. Now he had a gold coin in his hand. No? And what he says? He will invest that with a gold coin and he will give you the money every 6 months. He also have a good story to tell his friends after dinner. Hughes walked home feeling very unhappy and leaving Trevor laughing loudly. Okay, he was unhappy. Who? Hughes, but the Trevor was laughing. What a fool he is. Let's see the messenger. What is the messenger? And with this last is the word. The next morning, as he was eating his breakfast, in the early morning when he was having his breakfast, his servant brought in a card on which was written. Okay, he brings on card and it is written. What is written? Mr. Gestu Nudin, messenger of the Baron Hansberg. I suppose he has come for an apology. Said you to himself, and he told the servant to show the visitor in. Okay, he said, okay, Mr. Guston Nudin, messenger of, who is that? He is the messenger of, adversary, okay, sending, okay, Baron Hansberg is sending him. He says written like this, I suppose he has come for an apology, said Hugh to himself, and he told the servant to show the visitor in. An old gentleman with the gold spectacles and the grey hair came into the room and said with a French accent, okay, do I have the honor speaking to a Mr. Erskine Hansborough? I have come from the Baron Hansberg, he continued the Baron. Okay. I ask, sir, that you will offer him my sincerest apology, cried Hughes. The Baron said, the old gentleman with a smile, he has asked me to bring you this letter. And he held out a sealed envelope and gave him the envelope which was given by Baron. Okay. On the outside was written, a wedding present to a hung Erskine and Laura Morton from an old beggar. And inside was a check for a 10,000 pounds. Okay. Now he has given the wedding invitation, but inside there is a 10,000 pounds check. When they were married, Alan Tobor was the best man, and the Baron made a speech at the wedding breakfast. Millionaire models, remarked Alan, are rare enough, but made millionaires are rare still. There are rare people are millionaires. Okay, very rare. But the Alan, who is it? The boy. Okay, the maid, the rare people, still a millionaire. By his painting, he has made the still millionaire as a very rare. Okay, this is what the story of it. How he gets, at last he gets through his gold coin, sovereign. He gets the $1,000 as a gift. So that this is the all about the whole story. It is confusing a little bit. We'll see when you are come to the class. We'll clarify your things. Okay, see you soon.